Okay, perfect. So just to start off, if you can just say your first name, last name, and maybe tell me how long you've been a member of the choir.
Hi, I'm John Jordan. I've been a member of Le Groupe Musiar, a mental health choir, since the fall of 2019.
All right, perfect. And can you tell me, so we've just found out this latest update that after believing for the, after last month, having had been told that the choir would end, we now have a bit of a sigh of relief. Can you first tell me just how did you find out that the choir had been saved?
I found out, what are we today? I found out yesterday. I got the call from our director, Danny Bouchard, at around 2 in the afternoon. And yeah, he filled me in on the decision.
And just what was your reaction in the moment, like finding out how did
I
you
had
react?
mixed emotions. I always had faith from the beginning that we could save the choir if we advocated for ourselves. It seemed to me like a no-brainer. This was such a stupid decision on the hospital's part. And fortunately, I have an extensive background in media relations and public relations and mental health advocacy, so I knew this was a good story. So we had incredible press response right from the get-go, and I knew there was a good chance that the hospital was going to have to do an about face of some kind in order not to look like horrible bureaucratic monsters.
Yeah, that's correct. And can you tell me so about those mixed emotions, though? Because I understand that while this is a good news, it's still not the perfect scenario that you had maybe hoped for.
Well, we've won a small victory in a larger battle to save psychiatric aftercare services at the MUHC. So the choir ward is not the only program affected by the cuts. There was also music therapy at the Allen Memorial Institute, some of which, including the Women's Music Circle, was run by our co-director Julie Minier-Laurin, who was working 3 days a week at the Allen and the General, and now she's been cut down to 1 day. So while Musi-Art and the Women's Music Circle are moving over to Les Impatients, her other private one-on-one sessions and I believe her day hospital sessions are still being cut. And we also lost another music therapist, Julien, who I'm sorry I don't know his last name, who was also doing music therapy groups and one-on-one at the Allen, and his job is gone. And we're also, Musi-Art is losing the heart, soul, and brains of the operation, our director, Danny Bouchard, who will no longer be working with us. So it's bittersweet.
Yeah, yeah. Can you tell me a bit about him and just what his contribution has been to the group?
Well, Danny Bouchard is really like the glue that holds everything together. You know, he supervises all the recordings. He uh, he works with people one on one and in a group. He's our guitar player in the band. He's a music teacher. He's a compassionate shoulder to lean on for everyone in the choir. Um, he's
Mm.
he's a saint. He's just a pure saint. I can't say enough about how much compassion and dedication he's put into this choir since, I'm not sure exactly. You'd have to check with him, but I think he's came in 2008. So for 16 years, he's been giving this choir all of his attention.
Mm. And do you know, so he's been, has he been cut because of this? So is that part of the cuts, or is
He
he
hasn't
leaving
lost
for?
his job. He's still the head of music therapy at the MUHC. But now that Musi-Art and the Women's Music Circle have been shifted over to Les Impatients, it's fallen out from under his responsibilities.
Okay, okay, I understand. I understand. Um, is there anything else at this point that you'd want to share with us? I think we're going to be keeping a close eye, obviously, on what's going on there. But just for now, with this update, is there anything else you want to add?
Well, as I said before, this is a small victory in a larger war. And I hate to break it to the MUHC, but I have not yet even begun to fight. And I'm not going to rest until I make as many inroads as I can. And I think the choir will be behind me on this to not only preserve the music therapy at the MUHC, but to improve it instead of cutting it down to nothing. And to show them that they are just slowly but surely cutting off their nose to spite their face.
Well, you seem like you've got a lot of fight in you, so I'm going to keep a close eye on what you do, and certainly I'm sure we'll have the chance to talk again.
Thanks for reaching out, and thanks for covering this.
Of course, John. Thank you so much for your time, and please give a purr to your three kitties from me.
Will do.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Recording stopped.